One thing that's really important to recognize when it comes to channeling and meditation and communication and connection is that your own personal vibration makes a huge difference. And so it's important to bring things in your life to live your life as high vibrationally possible as you're able to. So for instance, eating a high vibrational diet is beneficial. So eating animal products, for instance, or animals themselves is not. When a life is taken, not surrendered, but when a life is taken, there's fear there, there's grief there. I've connected to many animals who have had their lives taken for animal agriculture to be consumed by humans. And it's extremely fear-based. It's horrifying, it's saddening, it's the worst thing that honestly I can think of happening to an individual, what they go through. And so eating that, not only do you eat their suffering, but their spirit typically is lost. Typically they have a hard time passing over, and they need some extra love. And so their spirit sometimes lingers around and feels suffering and feels pain and can even see you consuming their murdered body pretty much. And in addition to that, it can just create karmic issues for yourself and for others. And it leads to both environmental destruction, health destruction, so your own body deteriorates when you eat death. Our body should be a garden, not a graveyard, and it leads to a whole list of issues, and most importantly, it leads to mass suffering of the animals of this planet. And in addition to that, domesticated animals should not be domesticated. They're far from their natural state. So it's similar to the idea of eating a GMO food or a hybrid food. It's interfered with by humans and quite far from how it's meant to be, how it's intentionally created by nature, and so that energy is there. Whatever you consume in your body, whether it be thoughts, music, or food, does make an impact. So it's really important to recognize this and choose wisely. So eating a plant-based diet as well as having a high raw or whole food based diet is really beneficial. Fasting is also beneficial, and some people live on prana. For people who do, this can also create really profound changes and lead to an easier time channeling and connecting. In addition to this, it's very important to refrain from drinking alcohol or taking man-made drugs and substances as much as you're able to, as it can interfere with your ability to connect, especially when it comes to alcohol and heavy drugs. So avoid connecting if you are consuming this, and wait at least 24 to 48 hours in order to attempt it. When you are drunk, for instance, and if someone blacks out, they have the opportunity for a negative entity or a challenged spirit to take over their body, because our own spirits and souls vibrate too high to basically be in such an intoxicated environment, and many times leave temporarily. In addition to this, just being aware of the music you listen to, listening to binaural beats is very beneficial. Paying attention to lyrics is also beneficial. If lyrics are really dark and draining and giving you negative affirmations, it's not good to listen to that music, even if it's hard to let it go. There is music that you will enjoy that also creates positive experiences. Pay attention to the thoughts that you experience, things that are degrading or negative towards yourself. It's important to let go of that and instead embrace whatever is uplifting and beneficial and brings you forward in your intuitive path. Reading is also important, and if you read, pay attention to what you read. It can even be little things, it can be articles. Everything that you consume takes a toll and affects you. And your body keeps the score. And so would you like to keep a fear-based score, a negative score, or would you like to keep a love-based score? The choice is yours. Also, look below in the description. I have some resources for you. And now we can move forward. Thank you, and love on.